It's something, it actually fits the theme this year, which is breaking barricades, building bridges, so I thought you might humor me and let me read it. I wrote it about a year and a half ago. I was sitting next to a girl at a Quaker Fellows retreat, and we were both making friendship bracelets, and hers was Gryffindor colored, which is a Harry Potter reference if you don't know that. And she looked at me and said, "I'll make you a Hufflepuff one if you dedicate a poem to me," and I was like, sure. But over the next 3 months, I actually did start writing what I'm going to perform. And so I call this For Liz, or You Know Who You Are and You Owe Me a Hufflepuff colored bracelet. I haven't gotten one yet. So. Blonde hair on the moon face of a girl that I don't know yet. She's 1/10 of a table of teenagers with tie-dye tipped hair and more than enough flair. She is bold, like a bad idea with a conscience, constantly reminding me of my soul. She's a crooked, confounded smile and a cocked eyebrow. To me, she is 3 words left hanging in a hallway. Hey, how's it going? But I haven't spoken to her in a week, and I wouldn't know the difference, couldn't count the distance. She could be a runner, dripping sweat, but on days when she's stubborn, she reports that swimming too is a sport. And she could be the last vestiges of a sister left hanging by a chain in a hallway, but she's just a girl I don't know yet. So I'm sorry if it seems like I'm stealing a life story, but I'm just a skimmer in a trilogy with too many volumes. I could be the 42nd footnote. Together, we'll never stop believing in angels, never stop staring down stone. And in skimming a life story, I want to skip over the sadness. Tell me about your adventures, your rainbows, the most beautiful day you've ever seen. If there are clouds in the forecast, tell me about your dreams. In skimming a life story, I am stalking a bright-eyed child. I tell her to sit, stay a while. She asked me to dedicate a poem to her after all. But instead, I'll dedicate an idea. We are all strings, threaded together in a Gryffindor-colored bracelet. Together we are the world, and together we can face it. Together we are one. I wish I were the sun, casting light onto a moon-faced girl, her story shining back for the world to see. I will tell you a beautiful story about a girl I don't know yet. So let's slip into a cello lover's t-shirt, somebody else's stiletto heels or tight shirt, broken feet and the bare hands, the covered faces of the crosses, the business suit of a person we don't know yet. I dedicate an idea, that we can love without knowing, believe in a good without a showing, that we are people placed here to perfect the art of peace happening beneath our feet. I'm starting with a moon-faced girl, seeing the sun shining off her soul. So look across the room to a stranger and believe the best, or break down a barrier and learn about the heart beating within her chest. So she could be a girl with rugby-induced bruises, a cello-playing Doctor Who lover sorted into the house of the brave, and I could be wrong, but I could smile at her anyways. And I could be wrong, but I have this idea that we are all humans, and just as the earth revolves around the sun, and just as the moon revolves around the earth, my story revolves around that of a moon-faced girl, and my story revolves around yours, and we're all threaded together in pages of a trilogy with too many volumes left hanging by a chain in a hallway where 2 people try to catch the other one's attention. Hey, how's it going? And for a moment, I'm reminded of my soul by a moon-faced girl who sits and stares at stone angels with me for 40 seconds while I try to dedicate a poem to a girl with a crooked, confounded smile. But to a stranger with a story to tell, and to a stranger with a soul to share, I dedicate an idea.